it looks like you are trying to set up your Clover Sites website, podcast, or sermons to work with Tidely Church app sermon series. And this video is designed to walk you through the process of setting that up. Most likely you found this video and you're on a screen just like this, where the video is this video right here. But if not, we got here by going into audio, RSS feeds, add new. We grabbed our podcast feed from our Clover site, and now we're here setting it up as a sermon series. And I just wanted to walk you through a few steps of what it's going to take to be able to do that. But first of all, I already have it set up just as a standard podcast. So in the app on the right-hand side, you can see this is what the podcast looks like. So this is what you're used to seeing. I can go into any episode, see it. You can see at the top the graphic that's coming through for each of the, I say episode sermons, however you want to word it. This is how it currently looks. But over here on the audio side of this church's website, you can see here are the different sermons. And the one factor I want to walk through is that you can see every single sermon has, well, some of them are, you can't see it because it's truncated, but they have this pipe character. And you can also see it over here, the pipe character, where you can see you have different sermon series, one called Elijah, one called Good News, Bad News. But that's how the app, or how Tidely Church app, can tell what sermon each series belongs to. And the goal here, and what you need to do, is set it up so that you have your sermon title followed by a pipe character. The pipe character can be found on your keyboard, probably right above the enter or return key, and then followed by the sermon series title. So this is the sermon title, this is the sermon series title. And that's all you need to do. That's how you're going to be able to tell the app what is the sermon series and what's the sermon. Note that in many of the, actually in all of the integrations that we support, we allow you to bring your sermon series graphic over. But unfortunately with Clover Sites, they don't allow you to do that, because Clover Sites just automatically passes through the generic image that you set for the entire podcast. And there's literally nothing we can do about that at Tidely, since they're not passing the correct image through for your thumbnail. So if you're using Clover Sites, we will help you be able to divide your sermons, and it gives you it gives people from your church a lot of abilities of ways they can access those sermons, but unfortunately we can't actually pass that graphic through just because Clover Sites doesn't pass that graphic through. So with all that being said, you can see this this church has set things up correctly. If you're coming in and you have hundreds of sermons posted and you're like, man, I can't update all of these to have that pipe character, just go in and post 10, 20, 30 with the pipe character in there, and you're good to go. And then moving forward, you can just continue posting a pipe character in the sermon series title, and then things will just keep loading into the app, and moving forward, everything will just work great. But with that in place, I can press Make Series, and this will set it up so that podcast feed will now divide sermons by sermon series. So now that I've pressed Make Series, I can go in here and reload this app. And with that done, I can go into Clover, and now you can see all of the sermons are divided by sermon series. And the advantage here is that now I can select any sermon series like Elijah, and I can see the sermons that are in that series, and I can even download all of the sermons that are in that series in a single action like you see here. So it gives you the ability to make it much easier for people to navigate between sermons, access sermons, and to also be able to, from a given series, look at what the other available series are. And honestly, if Clover ever starts passing that image through, it will just automatically work in the app. So the app's ready for Clover to start passing the image through and to display things great. If you want to show, say, a sermon series, a banner over this area, I've conveniently added a banner here in my browser, and I can scroll down to this area which I've created and called Clover, and you can add a banner in the tab. And also, if you want, you can set it up so that it's set as a grid. That image is actually a square image, so I can set it as 16 by 9, which you see it as 16 by 9 here, or as a square, and I can save, and now I have the ability to customize that so it will set as a grid. Honestly, in both cases, with it being the same image and over again, I can't really say which one is going to look better, but like I said, if Clover ever starts passing the image through correctly, then you would see it so all of the images are shown here. And even now, I think it gives you a lot of value to let people be able to access those sermons in a way that's much more easy to digest, having them categorized by sermon series. If you have any questions for us, contact us here at Tidely. Have a great day.